And sometimes someone joins in a little later, they're trying to log in. But if it's just you, I'll just finish the class at 9:45. That way you can just leave, okay? If it's just two of us. So then I'll plan it accordingly. I'll do a little meditation before that. So we can do that, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that. So let's get started. Comfortable standing position. We are going to do a little standing warm-ups, joint mobilization. We did this before in our previous weeks. So let's start shoulders relaxed. Let's start with the head and neck movement. So I'm going to start to work on every joint and then start to move that joint in all possible ways. So whichever way the joint moves. We start with the head and neck, up and down. Just regular up and down, and see if you can find a little tightness. And if you find tightness, just continue to move. And with little repetition, you start to feel the loosening habits. Maybe. And that's okay. Up and down. Very good. And then come back to the center, and then side to side. Just dropping the ears towards the shoulders, side to side. Very good. And then come back to the center, turn the head to the right and to the left. So just side to side. Very good. Side to side. And come back to the center. Very good. Now, once you're here, let's bring our hands to the shoulders and let's start with a little shoulder rotation. So elbows come closer, open them wide. So nice big circles. Very good. And then opposite direction. Very good. Come back to the center. Release. Now let's move our elbows up and down. Nice deep stretches. Very good. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Release. Now, let's bring our palms to the front as if you're pressing on a glass or some kind of a surface. Nice stretch. And then let's start circular movements with our wrist joints. Maybe one side moves a little better than the other. Just movements. Very good. And then bring yourself back to the center. Very good. Make a tight fist. Open. Once again, tight fist. Open. One more time. Very good. Now, make a tight fist and draw circles with your knuckles. Nice circles. Very good. Very good. And slowly come back to the center. Release. Shake it off. Very good. Now, let's bring our feet a little wider. And we're going to do our forward and back bend. So working on our lower back. So just kind of stretching forward fold. And then bend backwards. Just kind of stretching for front and back. So again, doesn't matter how far you go, just front and back. Stretch and stretch. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Nice. And then come back to standing again. Keep your eyes open. Okay. Now from here, let's take a twist. Twisting to the right and to the left, keeping your feet nice and anchored. Just twisting. Very good. Nice, and then come back to the center. Now, let's turn to one side and stretch as if you're trying to reach a top shelf. Turn to one side and reach. So this stretches the spine, spinal stretch. Stretch, stretch. So kind of pulling your spine lengthwise and maybe even gently bending backwards, looking up. Reach the shelf. Once again, reach the shelf, and let's do that both sides one more time. Nice. And come back to the center. I like that sometimes, it kind of just stretches the spine. Now, from here, right, it feels good. Let's keep our feet a little wider, and we're going to take a side stretch. Side bending here, both sides, side to side. Very good. reach, and reach. Let's do that one more time, both sides. Whichever side you do first doesn't matter. Nice. Just repeating it a few times. I don't even count, just kind of 8 to 10 times. Now, from here, let's take hip circles. Our feet are already wide. You can keep them as wide as the mat and draw circles. So you're drawing circles with your tailbone. Very good. Big circles. And opposite direction. Very good. And come back to the center. Nice. Bring your feet closer. Now I'm going to grab my chair. You can have your chair or you can just go near a side table. We're going to do our knee stretches. And for that one, we're just holding the chair for balance. This is not even about balance. We're just going to stand on one leg and just stretch the other knee. Okay? Yeah. Just holding on to the chair. We're not working on balance right now. So I'm just going to let go my right leg, lift it up, and then front and back. Just stretching the knee out as if I'm kicking. Just stretch it out. Very good. Front and back. Very good. Now stop that movement. Bend the knee and let's take side to side. So that when you move the knee side to side, it kind of rotates your hip joint. Side to side. Very good. And then stop that movement and let's draw circles. Very good. Both sides. And that might be a little tricky. And slowly release. You really feel that into that leg, isn't it? Now, let's take that on the other side. Keep the chair wherever it is. Standing on that right leg now. Let's stretch out that left knee. Front and back. Very good. And from here, side to side. Nice. Just kind of loosening out the muscles. They're also connected to the hip joints. Now stop that movement. See if you can draw circles. Both sides, 3 or 4 times. Clockwise, counterclockwise. It's kind of loosening it out. Very good. Release. Stop that movement. Release. Now again, we are going to stand on both legs. This actually feels a little energetic because you're moving a lot into the leg muscles. Let's start with our ankles, up and down. Again, I'm holding the chair. Don't have to worry about how to balance here. Just hold the chair. Up and down. And you can do this in sitting on a chair too. During the day, end of the day, you had some yard work or something, and then you can just work out on those joints. And then the circles. Drawing circles with the toes. Again, that is tricky sometimes. Very good. And release. Sometimes you think about moving it in circles, but it actually doesn't move in circles, isn't it? And that's okay, right? Now, let's do up and down on the left side. Very good. Left ankle also goes into the arch of the feet. Heel stretch, all that. And then circular movements. Both sides. Very good. And stop that movement. Very good. Release. Nice. Now, let's put our chair away. We're going to start with our standing stretches. So let's bring our feet as wide as the hips. And we'll use that chair later. Now, from here, let's take a nice inhale. And then hands to the heart exhale. Once again, inhale. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Very good. Now, from here, interlace the fingers, stretch it out. Very good. Come back in. And then as you stretch, inhale. Once again, inhale. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, let's reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. Very good. Release. Nice. Relax the shoulders. Now, let's start our standing poses. We start with our mountain. Checking our feet again. They're as wide as the hips. keeping them nice and parallel. Lift the toes, press the toes, lift the heels, press the heels. So nice balance here. And then outer and inner edges. So just make sure you're pressing through all those 4 edges of your feet. Now that is important because it reflects into the muscles of the legs. Now press through all those corners and see if you can stand taller. So when you're standing, if you're kind of calling in, pull the shoulders back, couple rolls with the shoulders, and then stretch your spine lengthwise as if the crown is trying to reach up. Feet are pressing down. So tall spine. Now stand here nice and tall. You're nicely engaging the leg muscles. Maybe you can feel your kneecaps, maybe the glutes, and the shoulders are relaxed. Now take 4 deep breaths here. Engage the abdominal muscles when you breathe. So when you're standing lengthwise, the torso muscles are working against the gravity. So exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale, expand. Once again, exhale, pull the belly in. Let's do that 3 more times. Very good. Open your eyes. Nice. Now, from this mountain, let's start our standing asana, standing poses. We start with the lateral bending, side bending pose. So let's start by right arm going up. Turn the palm. And then slowly right arm goes up all the way. Now, arm is closer to the ear. Reach that right arm and take a side bend to the left. Again, doesn't matter how far you go. Now, when you're bending sideways, keep pressing through both the feet there. Very good. Keep breathing. Nice. Stay there for 2 more breaths. And then press through the feet. Slowly come up. Very good. Slowly release. And release. Slow release. As you release that right arm, maybe it feels a little longer. And then let's take that stretch on the other side. This stretches the whole lateral muscles of the torso, of the back, strengthens the stronger muscles. Once again, left arm goes up, slow movement on the palm, facing up, and then reach up. Now take a pause here. Keep pressing through both the feet, give a stretch, and then exhale, side bend. You really feel the stretch into the lateral muscle, side body. Very good. Keep breathing. Again, the other arm is relaxed, no tension in that other shoulder. You don't have to hold that other shoulder, let it hang. Very good. Stay there. That also releases that shoulder when you let it hang. 2 more breaths. Slowly come up. Reach, taking your own time. And release. Release the arms. And just take a moment here. Both arms feel equal. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Notice the changes in your breathing. If you want to keep your eyes open, that's okay too. Notice the breathing, heartbeat. Very good. Now, from here, let's grab a block and we're going to do our chair pose using a block. I'm going to keep that block in between the inner thighs. Now, once you keep your block, depending on how big your block is, how fat your block is, it's going to keep your feet a little wider, and that's okay. Make sure still your feet are parallel. The heels are still in the same line. So your hips are nicely in one line. Okay, now once you're here, press through all those corners, toes, heels, arches, and then bring your hands to the heart, sink into an imaginary chair. Very good. Keep pressing through the feet. Nice. Stay there. Keep breathing. Very good. 2 more breaths. Be mindful of your knees. Slowly release and come up. And we are going to repeat it 3 times. We do that always 3 times instead of holding too long. Once again, hands to the heart, come into chair. Very good. Awkward chair pose or Kathasana. This is like a half squat. Very powerful on the thighs, hips, core muscles. If it feels good, you can reach the arms up. That becomes a little challenging. If it's too much, you can keep your hands to the heart. Very good. Nice. Press through the feet, slowly come up. Very good. Let's do that 1 more time. Again, I'm pressing through all the corners and reach up. Sink into chair. Very good, stay there. Two more breaths. Press to the feet, slowly come up. Nice, release. Release that block. Wiggle the legs. And again, take a couple of breaths, standing relaxation. Just stay there and notice the breathing. Exhale out. Sometimes I like to do open mouth exhales. Breathing is faster, heartbeat is faster. Very good. Now, for the next stretch, I'm going to grab another block, but it's optional. You can use just one block. We're going to do our forward fold. So let's take our wide stance. Feet are wide, heels in the same line again. Now, depending on how you feel in your back and how you feel with the forward bending, you can go deeper, okay? So feet wide, bend through the lower back, hands to the hips. Hands to the hips. Start to bend forwards through the lower back. So nice stretch into the lower back there. And then once you reach here, you can release the hands to the block. Now, the lower the height of the block, the deeper stretch I feel in the back and legs. Also walk those blocks a little closer so to feel the deeper stretch. Now, each of us is different. So feel free to change the way you want. You can keep it at the tallest height, or you can lower all the way. You can do this without the block if you reach the mat. Keep breathing. Never hold the breath. Very good. And never close your eyes. Keep your eyes open. Beautiful forward fold. Nice stretch to the back muscles. Nice stretch to the back of your legs. And then it increases blood flow to the head and neck region. Very good. Stay there. One more breath. Now, when you feel ready to come up, bring your hands to the hips and slowly come up. You can bend your knees and slowly come up. Very good. Bend your knees. Come back to the center. How did that feel? Good?
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just being mindful with the back, how it feels. Some of us feel great with this kind of forward bending. It stretches the whole lower back region. Now, let's do a complementary back bend. And we did all these warm-ups. So we've done these movements before we actually started holding these stretches. So that helps sometimes. Now, feet go wide as the hips, a little wider maybe. And then bring your hands to the hips, fingers pointing front. And then we're going to do 3 times back bend. So bend backwards, pull the shoulders back, open the chest up. And then come back to the center. Once again, bend backwards. Come back up. And let's do that one more time. And come back to the center. Very good. Now that is good for the back. That helps in relieving backaches or any kind of tightness. But it also helps to deepen our breath. When we bend backwards, our chest expands. Now, from here, let's move into our balancing. Again, we're grabbing that chair this time. Let's keep it on the right side to begin with. Feet are wide as the hips. I'm going to do one leg mountain, standing on one leg. Very good. So from here, start standing on that right leg. But before that, keep staring at a point in front of your eyes. So when you fix your gaze, it helps you to balance. It starts to trigger the balance centers in the brain. Now, when you're ready, keep staring at a point. And then when you feel steady, keep holding the chair, lift that left leg off the mat and stand on that right leg. Stand taller on the right leg. Very good. Keep staring at a point. Left hand can go on the hip or hands to the heart, whichever feels good. Only when you feel steady, a little stable, you can start to see if you can let go the chair, and that is optional. Tiptoeing the fingers or just letting go the chair. Keep staring at your point, keep your gaze. Very good. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then when you feel ready, slowly release. We're not so okay today, you're doing fine. Balance is always on and off, isn't it? So it's every day is different. Now, feel the difference, right and left feels different. When you feel ready, let's take it to the other side. And either you can turn on the other side or just take the chair on the other side, whichever feels good. Again, stand with both feet wide as hips. Start by staring at a point, something which is not moving, something which is in front of your eyes. When you're ready, slowly right leg goes off the mat and you start to stand on that left leg. So that is taking all the weight on the left hip, left knee, left ankle. That's a lot of work for the leg muscles. Take your time, find your balance. Find a little steadiness with your gaze. Keep gazing, don't move the eyeballs. If you feel a little steady, maybe let go the chair. Hands can come to the heart, hands can go on the hips. Let's stay here for 2 more. And then when you feel ready, slowly release. Nice. Release. Just good standing asanas. Let's bring our feet wide. Let's just even it out. Loosen the hips. Very good. It looks easy when someone says about, okay, it's just standing on one leg. It's not a big deal. But I think it is a big deal. Because it shifts your center of gravity. Stop that movement. And then also you're putting your weight on one leg. That shifts everything. Now, let's come down to the mat. Let's do some seated stretches. Coming down here. Very good. Point and flex the toes. Rest your palms behind your back and just relax. Here, a couple breaths. Very good. Now, let's bring our legs closer. Let's sit nice and tall here. And let's bend our right knee. And let's do a little half butterfly stretch. So again, this is getting into that hip area, hip joint stretches. So up and down. Stretches the inner thighs, which are connected to your pelvic floor, lower abdomen. Very good. Up and down. Nice. Now open the knee wide. Release. Let's take that to the other side. Half butterfly. And we are going to do both legs later. So up and down. Just see how it feels on each leg separately. Up and down. And then stop that movement. Release. Release the leg. Nice. Now let's bring both the legs closer. Feet facing each other. Bring your heels closer. Interlacing the fingers. And then again up and down. You're holding your feet closer. Now if that is too much, you can also hold your ankles. And again, butterfly flapping. Just up and down. Very good. Now, once you're here, let's open the knees as much as they can. Doesn't matter how far they open. And see if you can hinge a little forward. Just hinging forward through the lower back. So just hinging forwards and stay there. Keep breathing. This is Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose, which is a great hip opener, great hip stretch. 2 more breaths. And slowly come up when you're ready. Release. Now bring your knees closer. And release the legs. Very good. Come back to the center. Now from here, let's do a little more stretches lying down on the back. So let's come to the top of the back. Bring your arms parallel. And then keeping your legs squeezed in together. If your back feels good with this, you're going to lower very slowly, engaging the core and the back muscles. Slow release. All the way to the mat. And release. Once you release on the mat, let's take a breath in through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. So when you exhale, as if you're blowing a candle. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Now, from here, let's bend the knees. And let's bring our knees closer to the chest. Bring your knees closer to each other. And then bring them closer to the chest. Once you hug the knees with your hands or arms, rock side to side. Rocking side to side. Now again, this is nice release of the back muscles. It gives a little massage to the entire back. Very good. And then come back to the center. And slowly release the feet on the mat. Nice. Knees are bent, feet on the mat. Relax the shoulders, relax the upper back. Very good. Now, let's walk our feet as wide as the mat. Open the arms out at the shoulder level. Palms are facing up. So I'm stretching my arms at the shoulder level. Now, palms are facing up. Keep your shoulders and arms relaxed. Just do windshield wipers with the legs. So knees go side to side. So knees go to the right and left. So spinal twisting stretches. Also relaxes the lower back muscles. Very good, side to side. Nice. Come back to the center. Now, keep your arms where they are. We're going to do this final twist and we're going to hold that stretch. So let's drop the knees to the left side. And then turn the head to the right. Very good. Keep breathing. Very good. If it feels good, you can bring your left foot on the top of the right knee. If that feels too much, you don't have to do that. Feel that stretch into the back muscles. Two more breaths, spinal twisting stretch. Now, when you feel ready, slowly release. Bring yourself back to the center. Very good. Now, when you're ready, lower the knees to the right side. Turn the leg to the left. Very good. Keep breathing. Now, if it feels good again, you can bring your right foot on the top of the left knee. Again, that is optional. Keep breathing. Knees go to the right and head turns to the left. And then slowly come back to the center. And good. Release. Release the arms and walk your feet closer. Bring your knees into the chest again and rock side to side. That's good. I can see you now. Yeah. Yep. Come back to the center. Very good. Now, from here, keep your knees closer. Hug them closer to the chest. And we're going to do our wind-free pose. When you're ready, exhale, bring your nose closer to the knees. Again, doesn't matter how far you go, keep breathing. This works on the abdominal muscles, back muscles, digestive system, bloating, indigestion. Very good, keep breathing. Two more breaths here. Wind-free pose, Apanasana. When you feel ready, slowly lower the head, neck, and shoulders and release the feet on the back. Once you release that wind-free pose, take a moment. Exhale out. Feel the difference in the breathing. One of the things which happen in the yoga class is we start to breathe slowly, deeper. And that slowing the breath slows the mind, calms the system. Notice your breath, notice your heartbeat, it relaxes, slows down. Now let's take our back bend from here. We are going to do our bridge pose. Now you're welcome to use a block and slide it under the bridge if you would like. If you want to do it without the block, that's fine too. Walk your heels closer to the hips. Arms are alongside of the body, palms are facing on the mat. Now I'm going to press through the palms and feet and lift into bridge. Very good. Now you can slide a block or hold the way you want to hold without the block. Keep breathing, keep pressing through the heels, palms. Very good, stay there. Nice stretch for the back. It's a back bend, opens up the front of the chest. Also stretches the quadriceps, glutes. 2 more breaths. Lift your belly a little more. And then slowly start to release. When you're ready, start to release the middle back, lower back, and tailbone. Exhale out. Release the bridge pose and notice the breath again, notice the changes. From here, let's bring our knees into the chest. And let's open into a happy baby pose. So again, holding the big toes, or you can hold your ankles and rock side to side. Rocking side to side, opening the legs wide, give stretch to the shoulders, to the hips. It also massages your back. Happy baby pose. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And when you feel ready to release, release. Release the legs. Bring your knees closer to the chest, closer to the body. Take a moment of gratitude for this practice. Gratitude to connect with yourself, with your breath, and observe these changes. Now slowly release the feet, and let's take our final relaxation, coming into Shavasana. So Shavasana is a relaxing pose, and you're welcome to take any other pose. Traditional Shavasana, legs go wide as the mat, arms away from the body, palms facing up. If that doesn't feel good to your back muscles, you can always bend the knees, feet wide, knees come closer. So whichever position you want to take. Take some time to really wiggle through the space and find a little release. Relaxation, close your eyes. And let the whole body relax and release. As you stop this asana practice, stop the stretching and start to relax the body. If there's any tightness in any particular part or any pain, discomfort, your body calls your attention to those parts. So move your attention to those parts. See if you can wiggle and release them here completely. Close your eyes. Let the whole body relax and release. Welcoming you to a guided relaxation. Deep relaxation technique. This is a part by part relaxation where we bring our attention to different parts of the body and start to relax those parts. Release the toes of both the feet. Bring your attention to the arches and the heels. Relax them. Relax the ankle joints, calf muscles, knee joints, and thighs, front and back, and inner and outer thighs. Release the hips. As you release the hip joints, release the buttocks, lower back, and the glutes. And if there is any tightness or holding back of the glutes, maybe squeeze them a couple of times and release them. Let them relax. Release the muscular tension. Relax the lower back, middle back, upper back. And the entire spine and the back muscles are relaxed. Relax the upper back and back of the rib cage. Release the shoulders. Relax the arms, elbows, forearms. Release the wrist joints, palms and fingers. Bring your attention to your breathing. And the belly moves up and down with the breath. The chest expands and collapses with each breath. Observe those subtle movements and relax the front body, the chest and the abdomen. Release the neck muscles. Relax the jaw, open and close the mouth. Relax the entire face, cheeks, chin, nose, ears, and eyes, and forehead. And then take it beyond the forehead to the scalp, which extends all the way to the back of the head. The whole body is completely relaxed from the crown to the toes. Complete surrender, complete relaxation, completely letting go. Release. Release the whole body. The whole body. The whole body. Without disturbing this relaxation, without opening the eyes, start to bring movements to the fingers and toes. Head turn side to side to release the neck muscles. And whenever you feel ready, slowly bring the legs closer, arms closer, and then bend the knees. And bring your knees into the chest again. Rock side to side. And then slowly turn to the right side, make a pillow of the right arm. Slowly push yourself up into a comfortable sitting position. Take your time, find any comfortable seat. Couple shoulder rolls, just circular movements. And then drop the shoulder, bring your hands to the heart, close your eyes. Let this intention, let the motivation to choose the healthy practices, and let the benefits of all these practices walk with you beyond this mat. Bringing your hands to the third eye, healing thoughts, hands to the lips, healing words, hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Let's do palming, rub your palms. Take a cup of your hands, place it on the eyes. Keep the form. Slowly release the palms. Gently blink the eyes open. Thank you, Joyce, for joining.